everybody, and welcome to Wizard's Den Roaming Reporters Podcast Report. Tonight we're going to do a consumer alert on Middletown Nissan in Middletown, Connecticut. And if you go onto Facebook, I'm sorry, I have to take my hair down. If you go on Facebook, you will see there's numerous complaints against the Middletown Nissan Corporation and Nissan Corporation North America. This is not a place that you should be buying a car from. They take people in and force them to buy their cars, and I will explain that in a second. And then they repo them in the middle of the night, and then they will not allow you to get your property out of the vehicle. This is not slanderous remarks. Everything that I say is true and documented. So we're going to start our little story against Middletown Nissan going back to October 2017. A Subaru Impreza was bought from Middletown Nissan. The seller was Rose. It's important to know who your salesperson was Rose. All she was concerned about was a commission. The seats had little burn marks in them that you couldn't see in the night. There was a broken mirror. There was a bent pulley and a bad transmission and something wrong with the starter. And they refused to take the car back. Subsequently, it cost me thousands of dollars to get this car back on the road. And finally, a Subaru dealership here in Connecticut helped me get this car straightened out so I can get back and forth to work every day. And the engine of all this, Rose, conned us into getting a Sentra Nissan. When we went in to sign the paperwork, 24 hours had not passed. And they told us if we didn't sign the paperwork, they would have us arrested for creating a disturbance and threatening, etc., so on. When I started to expose Middletown Nissan for the scam artists and the crooks that they are, that's when the real problem started. They refused to take the car back. Both cars they refused to take back and make good on the deals. And I just found out from the finance of Nissan North America that the money I put on to my son's Sentra did not go to his account. We have no idea where that money went. And this is all documented. On top of all that, when the car was repoed and they wouldn't let him get his belongings, and I started digging into this, I found out that there's numerous problems with Nissan North America. They're not a company you want to do business with. I mean, they're like their cars, shitty. You really need to think about what you're doing. If I could tell you where to go, I would say Subaru or Toyota. I've never had a problem with them. I've always had problems with Nissan and the Chevy dealership in Old Saybrook, Grossman Chevrolet. There are two very bad dealerships here in Connecticut. And the sad part is, not only is my credit ruined because of a repo, but my son's credit's ruined too. They came in the middle of the night. They took the car and lost our pictures of my granddaughter, a Buddha that my late husband got for my son, sunglasses, and some other property. They forced him at the lockup place to sign a release form claiming that he got all of his stuff. Well, would I be this upset if my granddaughter's picture was here at the house? No. Then some creepy people got my granddaughter's picture, which is kind of scary. I refuse to pay any more money to Nissan North America because of the fact that the money that I gave was never credited to the account. Because the money that I put on the account was never credited to the account. It put my son 4 months behind. And they told him, and we were working with them right up until this point. It was when I exposed that they were scam artists that this all went down. And they think that they're big about doing this. They hurt people. They hurt little people. Rose does not have a conscience. Middletown Nissan doesn't have a conscience. And then Nissan North America doesn't have a conscience either. So please share this video. Get it out to your friends and family in Connecticut. Do not buy any kind of a Nissan here in Connecticut because Nissan North America is as corrupt as you can possibly think. I am not kidding. I have documentations to prove everything that I'm saying is true. So it's not slander, and it needs to get out. It needs to be shared. Nissan North America is very corrupt. Middletown Nissan is corrupt. And Barbarinos, they're right on that food chain. So let's get this out and let's share it.